squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Crimson Tide head coach has let me know pregame. This is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. On the run, it's McAllister. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Here's Sellers to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and expect to continue to get carries.
This offense has it with really good field position. Handoff to the single running back. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Keelan Russell. He wants it all. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding them to a field goal. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Russell rushes on him. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Breaks into the open. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Rides to the back, and he'll be brought down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Sellers from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've jumped on top right out of the gate, trying to add to a 17-7 lead. Throwing Russell. He's going for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Russell. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, we know that when the quarterback's throwing out-breaking routes, timing has to be so critical and important. When the target turns around, the ball's got to be right there, and we just didn't see it on that play.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Keelan Russell. Right on the money. Breaks a tackle and he might have room. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Throwing, Sellers. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. He's loose. At the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. He got a step and just dusted the field. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Russell. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.